Business is hard. We all have problems. This is my biggest problem this week. Alright guys, before we get into this, you know the drill. Hit that like button, hit subscribe, and hit the bell to get notifications of future videos coming out that is going to be packed full of valuable content. And I don't always say this right after this first part because I just go through my little spiel and I do it the same every way, but it really means the world to me if you hit that like button. It helps with the YouTube algorithm. If you hit subscribe to help grow this channel, it means the world to me to see people continuing to do those things. And I'm asking if you watch this video and you find any value in it to hit that like button. As soon as you feel, man, yep, he hit a super valuable note for me right there, hit that like button, hit subscribe, help grow this channel so more people can get value. All right, so as you know, my biggest problem this week is one of my favorite videos I shoot. It is always really fun to talk about these things, talk about the challenges. And in this current time, business, things have been going great because we're in the slow season and we're just planning for 2020. So there hasn't been as much stuff in business. So I had an amazing thing to talk about that's even more powerful that we've hit on before. And this isn't so much a problem as it is a challenge. And that challenge is how to decide where to invest my money for the future. And I want to go through this with you and talk about this with you so we can learn this together, so we can gain more information together, so I can share this with you and it can better you as well. Because this is something that I see on my team with other people of not knowing what to do with their money, not knowing how to do anything but continue on that hamster wheel of trying to grow their business to make it more successful so they get more income, and they just go and they just go and they go. And you will never be truly successful, and this is, I think, a quote from Warren Buffett, but until you learn to earn money while you sleep, you work until you die. And this means so much about like what we're talking about on this hamster wheel of trying to become more successful and going. Until you learn to earn while you sleep, you're going to work until you die. That comes with investing. That comes with different types of investments, things that are gaining no matter whether you're trying or not, no matter whether you're pushing forward. And someday in a business, depending on what you build, it could push forward without you, and you could build something that could do that. But there are so many things you can do to help get there faster. So getting into this, I've done tons of research because I haven't known where to invest my money. I've always wanted to do something. I've always wanted to invest in something. I've known that it's so important. You know, I dumped my 401k when I started the business back, when I was, 23. And even then I knew that there was a lot of bad talk about 401ks and this and the other and how much we were getting charged. And if I go back to my old documents, I think it was looking like we're getting charged 2.5 or 2.7%, which is super, super high. And nobody knows these things. I didn't know these things. And so that's led me to knowing where to invest my money for the future. And the first part before you even get there is you've got to have money for the future. You've got to have money aside. And doing that and having a business, and a lot of the people that are watching these videos, that means you've got to first get your business to where it can have enough money where there's a surplus of money. And a super important thing in the lawn care industry or any industry, but especially where I spend my time in the lawn and landscape industry, is knowing how and what you have to charge to continue making a profit. And I'm going to put my video up here of how to get your man hours. And then also on our website, there's a new Excel sheet for creating your hourly rate. It is huge. It is so powerful. Knowing all of your overhead put together, what that actually equals an hourly rate, what that can be for your company to achieve the goals you want to achieve, to have that surplus money so we can move into what we're talking about next. And so this has been the challenge. This has been the thing. I've been doing studying. And I am so intrigued by everything. I'm so intrigued by the stock market. I'm so intrigued by real estate. investments. I'm so intrigued by there's ways to create bank, kind of your own bank with life insurance. There's so many different things you can do and invest into. And what I want to hit on today, and there is so much controversy on all of this, is the stock market. I'm extremely interested in the stock market as a first investment for me because I'm still storing a surplus off to the side, but I want to dump in a little bit of money and get rolling on the process. Because you have to have time to win in investing. And as much as I've always heard, and I'm a huge Grant Cardone fan, he's anti-stocks, he's anti-invest early, he's just build money and keep rolling. And if you have some money to put into the stock market, I've always went along that belief of I've hated it because if it crashed when you're retiring, you're done. Well, there's strategies to get around that, and anybody over the 295 years or however many years the stock market has been going, it has always increased. Even after all the people that lost the worst in 2008 were the people that sold all their stocks because they were scared. If as the market was crashing, you were buying everything on sale, you would have been even better. So as an easy start, as a way to get into investing, stocks have been a super cool thing to look at. And this initially started with going and using my banker to help me invest. And then I kind of found out the bank fees and things like that. And this is where I got into these 3 platforms that I want to put down, and I want to mention these. I'll probably a link for one of them because if you hit the link, you get a free stock and I get a free stock. I think that's kind of cool. Either way, if you just go there on your own, you don't even use the link, you get a free stock. But those 3 different platforms are M1 Finance, Robinhood, and Webull. They're all free platforms because there's a lot of different brokerage platforms to buy stocks that there's just so much expense to them, and that was the whole thing I was trying to get away from. So this is one of the first things that I'm looking at putting some money into as I go and I have more time and buy houses and do other stuff. And it's really not even about the financial ability. It's about the time to go do that. Find the right deals, find the right things. Stocks is something I can get into now, and I know that unless the world comes to an end, the market will continue to grow. The market will continue to grow. Look at Warren Buffett. It's what he does. He buys businesses. He doesn't just buy businesses, he buys the stock in the business. That's how you buy the publicly traded business. And that's where they decide how to put money in and how to grow. So this is a cool start to investing. I wanted to share this with you. It was one of the first things that I'm really wanting to put some money towards and continue growing a portfolio. And I feel like there's a lot of lack of education because I just hear so many people talking about what weed eater to buy and what mower to buy. And I don't really hear anyone talking about how to invest in your future, because the large effect of compound interest and how it can grow your finances over a long period of time, whether you invest it in whatever you invested in, as long as there's a return, is unbelievable. But what you have to have is time. So if all you're worried about is the newest mower or the newest toy, and you're not worried about putting money aside and thinking about your future, you'll never get there. So I want to take this channel and use this more and more. You're going to see more talk about stocks. You're going to see more talk about finances. You're going to see more talk about investment property. You're going to see more talk about how to turn life insurance policies into your own bank and gain interest on those as well. You're going to see all of these topics along with the business, along with the different things, because I feel and I see a lack of information in our community of people going out and gaining wealth for themselves. And the whole reason I wanted to do this is because I wanted to do it for myself, and I wanted to be able to do it for my team. And it doesn't make any sense to not share it with you, because if I can figure out a way to make me wealthier and make my company wealthier and make the people around me wealthier and have a better future, I want to share that with you so your future can be better as well. So that was it. That was my biggest challenge this week, has been hammering on reading and learning all these different things. And it hasn't been a week problem, or a week challenge. I've really got started on hammering on this when I went to Florida for vacation, and it's been going on all this time, reading, learning, just digging into things to help share this with everyone. So if you found value in this video, do what I said. Hit that like button. It helps with the algorithm. Hit subscribe and hit the bell to get notifications of videos coming in the future. You can also follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and of course, YouTube. Also, go to jacobgodar.com. Check out some of the free stuff. Check out the pricing sheet to figure out your hourly rate. Guys, it's been a great time. It's a great topic, and I look forward to talking to you soon. See ya.